Hey guys, this is Gary Harper here in Studio 2 at Wired Masters. Now, kick drums are a huge part of dance music, and when we're mixing or stem mastering, if the kick isn't quite cutting it, then we either need to replace it or reinforce it somehow. Fantastic. And I'm going to show you one of the ways that we go about it. Let's check it out. A simple 1-bar loop here, just with 4 notes on each beat. And we want to put an operator on this MIDI track. What I'm going to do is group it so it becomes an instrument rack, open up the chain list, and then we're going to duplicate this twice. We're going to split the kick into 3 parts. Let's rename the first one the body of the kick, and we'll work on this one first. So just soloing it for now. Alright, so we've got a nice low subby sound there. Let's turn the volume all the way up. So we're going to turn the channel fader down a bit. Now we want a good weighty kick here, so let's get the decay right about 1.5 seconds. Release time back all the way, and we want the sustain to be all the way down here. So we've got the beginnings there of a 808 subby type kick. Let's get rid of the filter, but what we do want to enable is the pitch envelope, and this is going to create the attack of the kick. We can turn this up to 100%. There we go, so just a few adjustments there and you can already hear the beginnings of quite a fat kick. And what it's missing is that initial transient, so that's what we're going to do now. So on the second operator, let's rename that. We'll call this the transient. Again, we're only using 1 oscillator here. Let's whack it up. This time, instead of a sine wave, we're going to use a sawtooth. Doesn't really matter which one. And this time, we're going to use a high pass filter. So let's hear that with the body of the kick now. See if I take it away, you can really hear the difference when it's back in. And the last one we're going to work on is like a little biting hi-hat type sound to make a click or a kind of tick noise. Just gives it that real ability to cut through the mix. So we're going to rename this the tick. Let's just solo this one for now. And the wave type, we're going to use noise looped. Okay, let's hear those all together. Nice. And the good thing is about this is you can now mix the volumes and really start to tweak your sound. But to take it that one step further, what we want to do is make some aspects of the operator, particularly the decay on the body, It's going to be the main one. We want to macro control some of these so you've got a nice quick and easy way to manipulate your sound. So let's set that up now. So open up the macro controls, and what we're going to do is map the decay, right click, map to macro 1. Now it gives us the full range, 1 millisecond all the way to 60 seconds, but that's overkill. You'll never use the far extremes of either. So what we're going to do is click the map button here, and then we can change the minimum and maximum ourselves. I would say the least we want, well, let's come out of here and let's listen. Maybe 30, if you're using that in a breakdown or something. And then, so let's go say between 30 milliseconds and 5 seconds, roughly. Okay, and then click map again. And now we can get some good and realistic sounding kick. So you get quite a lot of difference just from the decay alone. Let's rename this. Keep it tidy. For deep house, something around a second sounds good. And keeping it simple, just the second macro we're going to do is also the decay, but of the tick. So right click on there, map to macro 2. Let's call this T decay, funky color, and let's see the values that it's worth going between. So about 20 milliseconds and about 500. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the kick's sounding okay, but it's really lacking a bit of bottom end weight and tidying up, and also a little bit of presence in the upper mids. Let's turn this from an okay kick into a really fantastic and usable kick. Starting with an EQ. Let's roll off some of this bottom end. And we're going to add some extra weight. We like the BBE harmonic maximizer. Fantastic. Now that does, again, add some unnecessary super low end stuff. So what we're going to do is just copy that original Pro Cue, paste it afterwards. So we've got that bottom end under control again. So let's add some more presence. We're going to add one more EQ. I want to bring the punch of the kick out a little bit. So we're going to add some a bell curve here around about 80 Hertz. Let's stick it up. 1.5 dB. We're going to bring the increase the Q up. Okay, and let's add a high shelf here. Bring some presence up there. And around about 2400, I just want to boost a little bit more. Fantastic. Okay, let's group this together so we can do a before and after. Bang, there we go. Nice, there we go guys. Stay tuned for part 2 next week. I'm going to go into some ways to get your kick to sit with the bass in your mix so the low end and punch remain. And do subscribe to the channel, we've got plenty more tricks and tips coming very soon. Cheers. See you next time.